5 Math Prodigies. This is Coach Seifel with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into the 5th assessment paper on ratio. And please have your assessment paper next to you because we're going to go through this superbly fast like last week. Okay, why? Because it's pretty simple. Okay, so let's do this right now. Let's take a look at the question paper. It says express each of the following ratios in their simplest forms. Let's do part A, 24 to 80. So how do we make this into simplest forms? Simplest form basically means you must divide until you cannot divide anymore. That's as simple as it gets. In other words, you divide both sides, left and right, by the same number until you cannot divide any further. So the easiest way is, of course, to divide it by 2 first. So you have 12 is to 40. And then what do? You divide it by 2 again, okay? And then you get what? 6 is to 20. Then what, can you divide by 2 again? Yes, you can. Divide by 2 again, you get 3 is to 10. Can you divide by 2 again? You can't. Can you divide by 3? No, you can't. And that is the final answer. Okay, but if you are someone who is extremely fast because you're a math prodigy, you can always see the pattern immediately. You can see that, oh, I can divide this by 8 and also by 8. So if I divide this by 8, I will get the answer of 24 times, 8 times 3 gives you 24. So you get 3 is to 10. Bam, that's the answer. Okay, so let's move on to part B. Part B, it says 7 over 3 is to 5. 7 over 3 is to 5. Okay, for this kind of questions, okay, you must understand that we have to make both sides denominator the same. In this case, 5 is actually the same as 5 over 1. So we must multiply 5 over 1 by 3 on the denominator as well as on the numerator. You get 15 over 15. 15 over 3 is to 7 is over 3. And then from here, you can just simply cancel off the bottoms and you get 7 is to 15. Now you ask yourself, can I divide this any further by the same number? Can I divide this by 7? No. So therefore, that's it. That's the answer, part B. Now for part C, let's take a look at part C. It says 4 years, 3 months, and is to 6 months. So 4 years, 3 months is to 6 months. So my question to you is, what must we do? Just in the case of the fractions, we have to make sure that they are all in the same units. In this case, you can change it to year, or you want to change it to months. It's up to you. I think for me, it's easier if you change it to months. So therefore, you have 4 years. In 4 years, how many months are there? In 1 year, there are 12 months. Therefore, in 4 years, there are 12 times 4 months, which is 48. And don't forget, you have your 3 months over here. Therefore, you plus 3, you have 51 months. 51 months is to 6 months. So therefore, our what's it called? Our ratio is 51 to 6. So you ask yourself, can I divide 51 by 6? I don't think so. Can I divide it by 3? Yes, you can. Divided by 3, you have 2 over here. If you divide by 3, you get what? 17. So therefore, you ask yourself, can I divide it any further? And the answer is, of course, no, because you can't divide it by 2. So that's the answer for part C. So we're moving really fast right here. Part D, 40 cm is to 2.5 cm. 40 cm is to 2.5 cm. 2.5 meters, sorry. Correct? Yeah. Okay, for me, it's up to you really. You can change both sides, again, the units to meter or to cm. It doesn't make a difference. So let's change it to cm, because I think that's much easier. Okay, 40 cm. How long is 2.5 meters? 1 meter is 100 cm. Therefore, 2.5 meters is 250 cm. Why? Because you multiply it by 100 to get a cm. Okay, so from here, you get 40 is to 250. You have 0 on both sides. You can cancel it. You get 4 is to 25. Can you divide 25 by 4? No, you can't. Can you divide it by 2? No, you can't. Can you? Okay, that's it. That's all. So the answer is 4 is to 25. Good job. And for part E, the final one, let's take a look at the question. It says 3 over 2 is to 1 over 4. Now, again, what did I say? You must always make sure that the denominators are the same. In this case, you get times 2, and you times 2, you get what? 6 over 4 is to 1 and 1 over 4. Now, how do we do something like that? Okay, I'm just going to draw an arrow here. Okay, you have to make sure that this actually looks a bit like this. So how do we do it? 1 and 1 over 4 is the same as what? 6 over 4 is to what? 1 big whole, make it into a mixed fraction, you get what? Sorry, an improper fraction, what do you get? You get 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1, you get 5. 6 is over 4 is to 5 over 4. If you can cancel the bottom, you get 6 is to 5. And that is the final answer for part A. And that's it. I just did every question superbly fast and we got it all right. Okay, so if you got it all right, high five because you are a math prodigy. Good job. So with that, I'm going to bring you to the quote of the week. And the quote of the week is what you focus on expands. All right, so here's the thing. Okay, what you think about consistently happens. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, I was asking Aisha the other day, right? I was asking her, why is it that you're such a brilliant girl and you can still get very, very bad marks? And the answer is really simple. The answer is because she keeps thinking in her head that she doesn't want to get low marks. What the exact words that she used were actually, let me think about it. I just want to get it over and done with. That's what she kept saying. So think about it. If you keep thinking to yourself, I just want to get this over and done with when you're doing your exam, what happens? You just want to do it anyhow and just quickly just bam, hand it up. Because you're afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid of failing. So when you say to yourself, I don't want to fail, that's not the right way to think. What you must think is, I want to pass, or I want to get an A, or I want to get a 75, or I want to get an 80. That's what you focus on. You focus on what you want to achieve, not on what you want to avoid or what you want to resist. There is also another saying for this: what you resist persists. In other words, what you push away will come towards you more and more. So with that, just remember, focus on positive outcomes only. With that, this is Coach Saiful signing off, saying you are a math prodigy.